Show our labor rights. Good morning to all labor rights. Good morning to all of the comebacks them watching from the Fuck You page. Welcome to another episode of Political Hard Talk. I am your host, DUJON'S. Now today guys, we're going to get into the Trafigura scandal. See? And time after time, we hear persons, especially on TikTok, saying that the Andrew Holness-led government is corrupt and they are thieves and them are thief poor people money. So, this morning, we'll go through a litany of things. See? We asked them all the while, the Pnp, them to come with the evidence. And they refuse to do so. It's either they refuse or they don't have any. Now we are going to come out with full evidence now. Now I'm going to play a news clip from 10 years ago. See? So listen to this.
This week in Jamaica now, Richard Azan resigns over Spalding's market corruption allegation. Court throws out application for Pnp officials to answer Trafigura questions behind closed doors. Mayor under fire after telling the police to shoot first, then ask questions. And gay documentary featuring Jamaica debuts in US Capitol. The details of these and other stories coming up after the break. I'm Damian Mitchell in This Week for Heather Cummings, and this is Jamaica Now. Junior Works Minister Richard Azan has resigned following the Contractor General's report that he acted corruptly in the construction and rental of shops at the Spalding's Market in Clarendon. In his resignation letter, Mr. Azan said he received no money, favors, or personal benefit from the erection or rental of the shops. He also said he would vigorously fight to clear his name, which has been defamed by the Contractor General's characterization of corruption and by utterances in sections of the media. Hours before the announcement, the opposition had given the Prime Minister until Tuesday to fire the Junior Works Minister.
We don't feel comfortable sitting in Parliament with a Minister of Government who has openly accepted responsibility, who expresses no regret for the act, where a Commission of Parliament has confirmed that the act is corrupt and has referred it for prosecution, and that Minister shows no sign of wanting to resign, or the Prime Minister showing no signs of moving to dismiss the minister.
Mr. Azan, who is the Member of Parliament for Northwest.
So, we know where PNP them are going to say, but persons in a PNP, in a Prime Minister cabinet, did do this and do that. Rahul Reid, when he was found to do something untoward, the Prime Minister moved to get rid of him right away. See? Miss Dalrymple Filbert, when she was found to do something untoward, she was gotten rid of immediately. Everal Warmington, when he was found to do something untoward, he had to leave that ministry right away. Anyways.
Clarendon has admitted to instructing a private contractor, John Bryant, to construct the shops at the Spalding's Market without the permission of the Clarendon Parish Council. Several high-ranking PNP officials are now considering whether to appeal a major court decision in the Trafigura matter handed down on Friday. In its ruling, the Constitutional Court dismissed an application for the Prime Minister Portia Simpson Miller and 4 other members to answer behind closed doors questions about the 2006 controversial $31 million donation to the party. The ruling means that Simpson Miller, PNP Chairman Robert Pickersgill, and senior members Philip Paulwell and Colin Campbell, as well as Norton Hines, are to answer the questions under oath in open court. The Mayor of Savlamar, Bertel Moore, is yet to respond to calls to withdraw his utterance that the police should shoot first, then ask questions as they move to cut crime in Westmoreland. Addressing the monthly meeting of the Westmoreland Parish Council, Mayor Moore lamented that crime is getting out of control in the parish and called for the police to take more drastic action to curb the problem. The mayor's utterances followed revelations by the National Security Minister Peter Bunting in Parliament that Westmoreland was the 4th bloodiest police division this summer. Residents.
So, this clip was from 10 years ago. Guys, good morning, Elaine. This clip that I just played was from 10 years ago. See? So 10 years later, Savlamar have seen a reduction in crime of up to 70% so far this year. See? So 10 years ago, the PNP was saying Savlamar is bloody, them need divine intervention, and the police should shoot first and ask questions later. That was their crime plan. Today, with the zones of operations and the SO and the ZOZOs and the SOEs, we are seeing and we are experiencing a peaceful time in the town of Savlamar. See? Mr. James, wake up yourself. We are going to our next clip, so now listen keenly now, Now listen keenly. And this is how them set up Bruce Golding with the Tivoli incursion. This was in retaliation. So when Bruce Golding did this to them, they went ahead and set up Bruce Golding with the Tivoli incursion. So listen to this.
The year was 2006. The PNP government, led by then Prime Minister Portia Simpson Miller, went under embarrassing scrutiny after then opposition leader Bruce Golding announced in Parliament that his party had uncovered suspicious dealings between the government and Dutch oil lifting company Trafigura Behir. Golding theorized that the $31 million Jamaican contribution was a covert attempt to bribe the government as the country was on the heels of a general election. This spiraled a series of events which became known as the Trafigura scandal. Trafigura maintained that the transaction was commercial, but one party luminary said it was a campaign donation. Golding went a step further and contacted Dutch authorities as under Dutch law, it's illegal for companies to donate to political parties. Additionally, the Mutual Assistance Act, which was amended in
2006, when Bruce Golding basically informed the Dutch authorities that something untoward had happened, they started plotting and scheming to get rid of Bruce Golding. And this is where the Revenge Act came from, where they took revenge and got rid of Bruce Golding in the year 2010.
2007, after Golding's shock announcement included Netherlands in the list of countries Jamaica would assist with information in criminal investigations. This set the stage for proceedings to be initiated in Jamaica's Supreme Court for Mrs. Simpson Miller and others to answer questions regarding the transaction. When the matter was brought up in court in 2013, Mrs. Simpson Miller and her co-claimants argued that their constitutional rights would be breached if they were compelled to answer questions by Dutch authorities in open court. However, that claim was rejected as the court held that the claimants failed to identify which rights would be breached. Consequently, a ruling was made for them to answer questions in order to assist in what had become a criminal investigation. Fast forward 4 years later to January 2017, where Queen's Counsel K.D. Knight argued in open court of appeal that firstly, in Jamaica, a witness cannot be compelled to testify, and secondly, the Mutual Assistance Criminal Matters Act, which allows Jamaica to assist foreign countries with investigation in criminal matters, does not provide for punishing persons who fail to participate in the process. Mr. Knight went on to argue that Supreme Court Judge Justice Lennox Campbell erred in his judgment because he treated the request as a matter to be discussed in open court versus in private. The matter will be heard later on in the month. For Scene Caribbean News, I'm Karika McIntyre.
So, if nothing had happened that was corrupt, why didn't the PNP want it to be heard in public? They wanted a private hearing, guys. And we can go even a step further. This is also a clip from years ago.
Welcome back to Primetime News, and a special welcome once again to our viewers on onespotmedia.com. Up first this evening, the Privy Council dismissed the appeal by the People's National Party in the Trafigura case to have the matter held behind closed doors. In its ruling handed down on Monday, the UK-based Privy Council said the matter should be held in open court to which members of the public have access along with the media. The Trafigura case has been in the courts for more than a decade. But Shane Masters.
And this is the real reason why Mark Jefferson Golding want to get rid of the UK Privy Council, because they have worked against the PNP interest. So now try and remember this clip of this morning. See? This is why the People's National Party is irking to get rid of the Privy Council so they can put the CCJ in position, because their friends are running the CCJ. But the Privy Council is independent of both parties in Jamaica, and every time they are taken to the Privy Council, they have lost. The People's National Party, every time they have gone to the Privy Council, they have lost. So they have a vendetta against the Privy Council, and this is why they want to get rid of the Privy Council.
Our report.
Denied. That sums up the appeal which was made by the 5 appellants in the Trafigura case to the UK-based Privy Council last month. The appellants, former Prime Minister Portia Simpson-Miller and former Cabinet Ministers Philip Paulwell and Robert Pickersgill, as well as Colin Campbell and businessman Norton Hines, made their submission following the Court of Appeal in Jamaica denying their initial request to have the matter being heard in private. In its ruling, the Privy Council said the nature of the matter under investigation is one which is capable of affecting the polity of the country. This is highly relevant to whether the evidence should be taken in public and was not a matter given undue weight. It noted that there was no material evidence before the court to lead to the conclusion that a public hearing might jeopardize the investigation in the Netherlands or any subsequent investigation or proceedings which might follow in Jamaica. Director of Public Prosecutions Paula Llewellyn says she was not surprised at the ruling by the Privy Council.
It was foreshadowed in the particular submission that Lee made, and my representative was Andrew Martin Davis in the Court of Appeal. If you look at the Court of Appeal judgment, you will see that a lot of the issues were already answered there. We had done our research at that level, and we believe, as a matter of law, that the appellant would not have been able to mount a successful appeal in relation to the grounds that they had filed. And if you look at the judgment of the Privy Council, it not only affirmed the Court of Appeal's judgment, but it also, very importantly, I think, vindicates the orders that had been made.
The scandal was brought to the fore in October 2006 by then opposition leader Bruce Golding. The case hinges on the PNP accepting $35 million from Dutch firm Trafigura, which traded Nigerian oil on the country's behalf. Under Dutch laws, it is illegal for Dutch companies to provide funding to political parties. The National Public Prosecutor's Office of the Netherlands has been trying to get information on the matter since 2007. However, to date, there has not been any information forthcoming from the PNP. The matter went to the Supreme Court on November 15, 2011. The court held that the proper administration of justice demanded a hearing in open court. As to the next step, DPP Llewellyn says her office will be seeking to have the matter heard at the next available court date.
As far as our records indicate, I'm an active request that has not yet been fully discharged and completed.
Jamaican people, enough blood clot thing I go on in Jamaica, you know. Sorry, good morning. I know early morning for somehow. No. Enough thing I go on in Jamaica where the normal regular persons don't know about politically that is happening in the background. This is part of the reason also why they are trying to get rid of this DPP, and they have gotten rid of her because she has been a thorn in the back of everybody that is corrupt in the People's National Party. See? Bruce Golding is the one who tabled the Integrity Commission. So when you hear Mark Golding, I talk about him as the architect of this and for that. In go on where I go, I lie I tell. See? Bruce Golding is the one who came and started put things into fruition to clean up Jamaica. And we are reaping the fruits of Bruce's labor today. Bruce Golding didn't stay long as Prime Minister, but the little time that he was there, he did a lot. He did a lot for this country to set it straight and put it on the right path. You know, he has taken steps that leaders gone by in the past were too scared to take. See? Scandal after scandal after scandal after scandal. This last PNP administration under Portia Simpson Miller. See? And tomorrow I will be coming with another scandal again. See? So in the Netherlands, see? It is illegal for any company to fund any political party. And the People's National Party would have taken $35 million from that company in 2006. You know, just before the 2007 election. See? Which they end up and lose anyway. To this day, they are still not forthcoming. They are refusing to play ball with the Dutch. See? They are all over the place. And these are the kind of persons who come and talk about integrity. You can't talk to nobody in the Jamaica Labour Party about integrity. Because for 19 consecutive years, you guys was there and you did not start to straighten out Jamaica and put Jamaica on the narrow path, or the straight and narrow path as it relates to justice. See? I want to say condolence to the persons and their families that lost their life. I want to say condolence to the persons and their families that lost their life down there in Cherry Tree Lane in Clarendon. See? I have seen one PNP party representative seeking to politicize the murders of the 8 persons that has lost their life, instead of coming together and standing in unison with the blood-clad Prime Minister of Jamaica. You see how them people operate Jamaica, and this is why I forget mad sometime, yo. You know, see how them people operate, they in a love way. All them are seek is political power. Them do not care about the regular people of Jamaica as it concern to the People's National Party may attack. They do not care about Jamaican people. This brother that is called Cousins that I saw in an interview last night, seeking to politicize the death of the 8 persons, including a child that lost their lives down there in Cherry Tree Lane in Clarendon, instead of coming together as member of parliament with the security force and the Prime Minister and the Minister of Security, and standing in unison to show unison to the people of Jamaica that listen, when it comes on to crime fighting and crime, we are united. He's seeking to politicize. Come on, Jamaica, man. Come on. I don't care who come here and we tell us, so them people, they don't care about we. Them not care. All they are seeking is political power. They just want to be in there so they can keep their hands in the kitty of Jamaica. But we say no more. The Jamaican people must continue to remain with this government. They are getting on with the people's business. See? And them 5 I want to see on the screen, especially one in the middle. Time and time again they catch him with his hand in a cookie jar. Time and time they catch him with his hand in a cookie jar. And not a pussyclad thing. Nothing. Because there is no recourse to justice as it relates to the People's National Party. Whenever you do anything bad, them hug you up. When them come in a power, them soften the laws, them and soften the regulations, them. And criminals continue to get away with things. And when them get away with things, it cause malice and mayhem in our community, them. And the People's National Party sit down idly by for 10 consecutive years. Westmoreland, when them seat broke out, them could have moved in and do something. But they had no plan, they had no crime fighting plan. their crime fighting plan was to launch things like Operation Kingfish, to come in your community and hear a man say your son a gunman without evidence and murder him. That was the People's National Party crime plan. See? Time and time and time, I don't know I go see. Tomorrow me I come with more corruption where they go on with. See? And me bet you me can go a whole week with launching videos about Pnp corruption. I bet you that I can do that. See? These persons, all 5 of them, wanted to be heard in private because they know that they're hiding something. Ultra, big up yourself, bro. See? They know that they're hiding something from the Jamaican masses. And they did not win that election. So what became of that $35 million that they got from the Dutch company? See? We can't tell. I'm going to accuse them, say, them share the money. Because we just don't know. See? But in a highly charged political country like Jamaica right now, see? When we see something untoward is happening, we need to unite. See? The person will say, that's the problem. We Jamaicans are one-sided. It's both government. Come with your evidence. I come with my evidence this morning. We show you the corruption we are going in at the People's National Party. Come with your evidence. Come with the scandal them what JLP do. Come with the money them when they say missing. Come with no evidence. We are come with few. See? For all of the people them will just come and don't know what we are talking about. Make me play a video make you hear. Listen to this. This is a clip from 10 years ago.
This week in Jamaica now, Richard Azan resigns over Spalding's market corruption allegation. Court throws out application. This week in Jamaica now, Richard Azan resigns over Spalding's market corruption allegation. Court throws out application for Pnp officials to answer Trafigura questions behind closed doors. Mayor under fire after telling the police to shoot first, then ask questions. And gay documentary featuring Jamaica debuts in U.S. Capitol. The details of these and other stories coming up after the break. I'm Damian Mitchell in This Week for Heather Cummings, and this is Jamaica Now. Junior Works Minister Richard Azan has resigned following the Contractor General's report that he acted corruptly in the construction and rental of shops at the Spalding's Market in Clarendon. In his resignation letter, Mr. Azan said he received no money, favors, or personal benefit from the erection or rental of the shops. He also said he would vigorously fight to clear his name, which has been defamed by the Contractor General's characterization of corruption and by utterances in sections of the media. Hours before the announcement, the opposition had given the Prime Minister until Tuesday to fire the Junior Works Minister.
We don't feel comfortable sitting in Parliament with a Minister of Government who was openly accepted responsibility, who expresses no regret for the act, where a Commission of Parliament has confirmed that the act is corrupt and has referred it for prosecution, and that minister shows no sign of wanting to resign, or the Prime Minister showing no signs of moving to dismiss the minister.
Mr. Azan, who is the Member of Parliament for North West Clarendon, has admitted to instructing a private contractor, John Bryant, to construct the shops at the Spalding's Market without the permission of the Clarendon Parish Council.
Corruption. See? Nobody in the People's National Party today, and no person will support the People's National Party today. I mean, I talk about regular PNP now. No. Don't have the moral authority to talk to this government. Richard Azan resigned after his own because Portia Simpson Miller refused to fire him. When Everal Warmington uttered what he uttered last year, or early this year, when he uttered what he uttered after the elections this year, he was removed from the post that he was in. When Mrs. Dalrymple Filbert was caught doing something untoward, she had to step down as Speaker of the House and put aside. When Raoul Reid was caught allegedly with his hand in the Jamaican people kitty, he was removed from post. No can talk to Andrew Holness. Time and time again, we see PJ practice criminal money and then run him out of a party. Only if he see him come back and take over a party and become Prime Minister. We're seeing that under the People's National Party. We see Philip Palwell, not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 times caught with his hand, his finger, in a Jamaican kitty. See? And we have gotten rid of him. Did we? No, we did not get rid of him. He's still here today. See? So don't tell we about who corrupt and who is not. Andrew Holness is Jamaica's Moses. He's here to deliver for the Jamaican people. And we must support that. We must follow him to the mountaintop. Because of him come liberate Jamaica. And of him come modernize Jamaica for we. Public sector pay rise increases. See? We never see something like that in a Jamaica ever, never. Even when Jamaica was in better financial stead than today, we never see that yet. See? Big up all of my brethren in Jamaica. We are work in a Jamaica and the public sector. And I do them national duty, them civic duty. You guys are my hero. Big up on yourself. All time I know you're there, big up yourself, my boss. You play a pivotal role in the development of Jamaica. No PNP can tell no JLP about moral high ground. This Trafigura scandal was outed by none other than Horace Bruce Golding, who was having no corruption. Whether in a JLP or PNP, enough people can get rid of a JLP too. Enough people did have their hand in a cookie jar. See? Somebody black. You're so nice jam down for me. Somebody black him. Come on from my life. Go over PNP live. We don't want no distraction. See? Wanna listen to the video now.
The year was 2006. The PNP government, led by then Prime Minister Portia Simpson Miller, went under embarrassing scrutiny after then opposition leader Bruce Golding announced in Parliament that his party had uncovered suspicious dealings between the government and Dutch oil lifting company Trafigura Behir. Golding theorized that the $31 million Jamaican contribution was a covert attempt to bribe the government as the country was on the heels of a general election. This spiraled a series of events which became known as the Trafigura scandal. Trafigura maintained that the transaction was commercial, but one party luminary said it was a campaign donation. Golding went a step further and contacted Dutch authorities as under Dutch law, it's illegal for companies to donate to political parties. Additionally, the Mutual Assistance Act, which was amended in 2007 after Golding's shock announcement, included Netherlands in the list of countries Jamaica would assist with information in criminal investigations. This set the stage for proceedings to be initiated in Jamaica's Supreme Court for Mrs. Simpson Miller and others to answer questions regarding the transaction. When the matter was brought up in court in 2013, Mrs. Simpson Miller and her co-claimants argued that their constitutional rights would be breached if they were compelled to answer questions by Dutch authorities in open court. However, that claim was rejected as the court held that the claimants failed to identify which rights would be breached. Consequently, a ruling was made for them to answer questions in order to assist in what had become a criminal investigation. Fast forward 4 years later to January 2017, where Queen's Counsel K.D. Knight argued in open court of appeal that firstly, in Jamaica, a witness cannot be compelled to testify, and secondly, the Mutual Assistance Criminal Matters Act, which allows Jamaica to assist foreign countries with investigation in criminal matters, does not provide for punishing persons who fail to participate in the process. Mr. Knight went on to argue that Supreme Court Judge Justice Lennox Campbell erred in his judgment because he treated the request as a matter to be discussed in open court versus in private. The matter will be heard later on in the month.
So here you have this bumble hole that called "Yeah So Nice" Jam Dum. People like them is why Jamaica is like what it is today. People like them should take responsibility for even the 8 murders that happened down Cherry Tree Lane. See, we not seek to politicize things like this, but you see persons like these persons, no care what wrong in the country, them say you know go so. Remember, you know, people, at TVJ News I tell you this, I know, I know DUJON, you know, sir. I know me, you know. I am playing a clip from the time that it happened. This is the information, it is in court. And this person is telling us that we are all blind and gullible. So how will him know what we don't know? These are the kind of persons that we have in our society down in Jamaica that we need to get rid of. They should be taken to the gallows with the criminals. They are enablers and they continue to enable the criminals. And we must get rid of them out of our society if we are going to have a productive and a peaceful Jamaica. And that is my 2 cents about that. And I care zero what nobody wants to say. We have some people in our society down in Jamaica. No matter where they see happen, no matter what them see happen in their community, they stay down there and live in a fear instead of giving the authority the information to go and get rid of. Nobody will have seek to mash up your community and love that the community there. Good morning, Anne-Marie. See? And we cover the people corruption. When you come and say Andrew Holness corrupt, show we the evidence. We are going for we, sir. We, the labor rights, are giving you our evidence that we have. It is out there. See? We are going in evidence. So me I tell you now, people like you, You're So Nice Jam Down. We need people like you outside our community. And it will catch you and your people them in our community. I do nothing. A jungle justice. Because we have to get rid of you. We not make no more money. Don't jail us. Anytime we catch you in our community. A straight bully beef. We can't say we need to tell you. We need to do the right thing. And the right thing is to give the authorities the information and get rid of the persons that are creating mischief and mayhem. So we can live free. We can't even sit down and play domino in our community again. Because of people, and a lot of time, it's the same persons from the community. See? So we don't tell we like we don't have no moral high ground. We see crime spiral out of control. For 19 consecutive years, the People's National Party in power. And for 19 consecutive years, murder go over 1,000 for 19 years. See? In 1989, when Siaga gave over the government after losing the election, Jamaica only recorded 800 murders that year. See? It has been over 1,000 ever since. And it took this government to come in now, many years later. And them spend the last 8 years to try to develop police infrastructure and giving the police the necessary tools that they need to go out and combat against the criminal. Something that the People's National Party have failed to do for many generations. Because I would have been born under a PNP government and I would become an adult under a PNP government. And from a born crime there till now. So we not go on like crime there at Jamaica since 2016. We not go on like people poor at Jamaica since 2016. We not go on like no hospital bed not there since before 2016. We not go on like since 2016 Jamaica I show all of these signs. We not go on like the streets of Jamaica was paved in gold. And since 2016 everything mash up. So we not go on. We not come out and go. The border to the United States via Mexico and other countries is open. If you do not like the conditions and you have no visa, there's 5 flights a day from Sanks to Normal Manley International. And if you can't take no flight, both are go to Haiti and both are go to Mexico to go to the United States border. And you can go to other places too. I don't need to spread no propaganda and news me. So run a clip again.
For Seeing Caribbean News, I'm Karika McIntyre. The year was 2006. The PNP government, led by then Prime Minister Portia Simpson Miller, went under embarrassing scrutiny after then opposition leader Bruce Golding announced in Parliament that his party had uncovered suspicious dealings between the government and Dutch oil lifting company Trafigura Behir. Golding theorized that the $31 million Jamaican contribution was a covert attempt to bribe the government as the country was on the heels of a general election. This spiraled a series of events which became known as the Trafigura scandal. Trafigura maintained that the transaction was commercial, but one party luminary said it was a campaign donation. Golding went a step further and contacted Dutch authorities as under Dutch law, it's illegal for companies to donate to political parties. Additionally, the Mutual Assistance Act, which was amended in 2007 after Golding's shock announcement, included Netherlands in the list of countries Jamaica would assist with information in criminal investigations. This set the stage for proceedings to be initiated in Jamaica's Supreme Court for Mrs. Simpson Miller and others to answer questions regarding the transaction. When the matter was brought up in court in 2013, Mrs. Simpson Miller and her co-claimants argued that their constitutional rights would be breached if they were compelled to answer questions by Dutch authorities in open court. However, that claim was rejected as the court held that the claimants failed to identify which rights would be breached. Consequently, a ruling was made for them to answer questions in order to assist in what had become a criminal investigation. Fast forward 4 years later to January 2017, where Queen's Counsel K.D. Knight argued in open court of appeal that firstly, in Jamaica, a witness cannot be compelled to testify, and secondly, the Mutual Assistance Criminal Matters Act, which allows Jamaica to assist foreign countries with investigation in criminal matters, does not provide for punishing persons who fail to participate in the process.
You hear that? In a Jamaica, a witness cannot be compelled to testify. And this is why we had such a high crime and murder rate and low conviction rate. This government, since coming in 2016, have changed all of these things. But you don't know watch PBCJ and watch the Senate. You don't know these things. So a lot of amendments have been going on over the years and changing all of these things. All of these things the PNP did. See, there was a regulation put in place in 1984, I believe, under the Siaga-led government, where if you were convicted of a criminal act and you went to prison and served your time, and when you come out of prison, see, they would expunge that record so you can go and get a job. When Mark Golding was Justice Minister, Mark Golding removed that clause. So if you are convicted, you keep that conviction. The People's National Party, who claim if you love the regular man and love the poor man of Jamaica, they are the one who done that. A whole heap of things are going on in Jamaica, but you see, a lot of Jamaicans don't know. Them only know orange and green. Them don't know what goes behind. Them don't know what goes on behind the scenes. They don't follow the politics. See? Them only follow the politics of color, because true, my granny did a orange, so me a granny, and true, me love my granny. So me can't think for myself. Big up yourself, Lynette. Good morning. See? Let me tell you something, Jamaica. There is loads of things that goes on. The information is out there. You know have a phone. See me when you dep on the phone. I want to dep on pink wall. I want to dep on Radam watch people dead body. I want to dep on Radam watch people take fuck. I want to dep on Pornhub. Anyway, information they don't find it. But when time something conducive and constructive to the development of the Jamaican people, all of a sudden nobody don't know about it. What is going on in Jamaica? Eh? If you see one little pitney and get molest, instead of you share it to the authority, you share it amongst yourself and your family in a WhatsApp group. See? And everybody share it till it spread and reach everywhere in the world. But no care you see Prime Minister post or a house a bill for somebody we poor. You no care, you see Prime Minister post on a road we fix. You no care, you see Prime Minister post hospital we a build, clinic we a fix, school we a build, police vehicle we buy. You no repost them there. Cause that is not mix up. See? That is the leaning of the Jamaican people. We are negative by nature. And for what reason? See? When Jamaica gained independence in 1962, or somewhat independence, because some people say we're not independent. But when we gain self-governance, you can ask your grandparents, Jamaica was proud. A lot of us only had one shoes. Me never born in time, but me hear story them. Shoes are wear with two out the door. You have to patch up clothes. Cut from one clothes and sew in and patch up. But we was a proud, hard-working nation and we work for what we want. And so much crime never there when Jamaica did support. Jamaica is rich now. Jamaica is rich now. So what? What is the problem? Good morning, Christopher. See? We want to go back. And let me tell you something. See Michael Manley, not Michael Manley, Norman Manley, in father, and Buster Manty. Those two men, they were men of integrity. Here comes Michael Manley, come fuck up Jamaica, and from Michael Manley put his hand on Jamaica. Jamaica fuck up, he can't come back up till now. All who love him, and all who not gonna like me because I say that I care zero. See, he's the one who fuck up the Jamaican economy and make Jamaica into a poor and destitute and desolate country. He put Jamaica and it's, as a matter of fact, not on its knee. He put Jamaica in a wheelchair financially and we are still bearing the brunt of that today. We are still suffering because of that today. And why? Because of his own personal ideology. That is what fuck up. He never think about the Jamaican people that he was leader of. See? So he started to use his personal ideology and do what he did. See? So nobody go like say we are done. See? We are students of history and we read things and we can put 1 and 2 together. No for no can read but you can't put 1 and 2 together and that's the problem. See?